Here it comes, everybody. Everybody at home that was just sitting around going, what's this? What's this? Well, now you'll know because it starts in 3, 2, 1.
3,
oh, whoops.
2, 1.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
Handwriting analysis is a real science proven accurate.
The morning stream. That's my safety word.
Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the TMS Morning Stream business. It's Monday, 29th of November, 2021. I'm Scott, and that's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello. Welcome back. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. It feels like it's been forever since we've done one of these.
Yeah, we took a week off. If you all remember, last Monday, I was sort of in recovery mode for my back, and that was great. And then by Wednesday, when it was finally starting to feel good, I caught a nasty head cold from a 2-year-old. And spent the entire basically almost a week in my own snotty misery, blowing my nose every 5 seconds and sounding terrible. But finally today, I feel like it's lifted a little bit of liftage.
Yeah.
Feeling a little better. By the way, nobody worry about COVID or breakthrough or anything. The tests were negative. Everything's
fine. Why do you throw poor Van under the bus? On Twitter, here, on
Facebook.
Facebook.
He sneezed all over me when he came over. He was like, I could tell something was up. And he sneezed, and I went, "Oh, I'll bet that'll stick." And then I was sick.
The kid just gets the blame.
Yeah, and he has no idea, 0 idea. And he got over it, of course, in like a day or 2 days.
Of course, yeah, right. He can recover quick. Us, grown-ups, not so much.
Yeah, it kind of wrecked me, but I'm fine now. Everything's fine. Let's have a great Monday, everyone! Yay!
Yeah.
It's good to be back. Thank you all for the break. We enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving week, those in the States anyway. And we hope that everyone out of the States had a great week, regardless of whatever you did.
No matter what state you're in, we hope you had a good week.
They don't have an equivalent to that week, right? Like nobody that Thursday is doing anything cool the rest of the world. It's just us, right? Nobody else is doing anything. Like they're just having a normal Thursday, as far as I know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think somebody was saying that I was talking to somebody who's out of the country, out of the U.S. Obviously, Canada does their thing in October.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to that said that they we just cook. We basically just, I think there might have been people who moved from the U.S. to the U.K. or half of the family is from the U.S. or something like that.
I could see that.
And, yeah.
It was just such a prominent holiday growing up that I can't imagine a world without it. So being somewhere else where they don't celebrate it just sounds like that sounds like another planet to me. It just seems weird.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, we hope you had a nice one. We had a lovely one. Today's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday,
Yay!
Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
I don't know if she'll hear this. Probably not. She's in her car.
She's too busy delivering casseroles to all the neighbors, probably.
I know she's got another carload of homeless bags, so she's probably about doing...
Oh, she puts homeless people in bags?
Yeah,
what?
Homeless bags. Well, she calls the homeless people bags. That's what she calls them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No. I kid. Stephanie asked, is she 50 yet? No. Don't hurry her up. She just hit the ripe number of 49 today. And she's out and about. She had to take Carter downtown for a work thing, and then she told me she was gonna go around with her friends and do all the freebies that you do for your birthday.
Oh yeah, right. Of course, you got to do that.
Yeah.
So she's starting with a grand slam at Denny's.
I wondered about that.
Is that number one on the list?
I wondered about that because when she told me that, I went, "This is the most Ibid ass thing you've ever done. Told me about. This is something Brian would do." And she goes, "Well, I love doing it, and I'm doing it." And
exactly.
She didn't say what,
See, it's
free coffee there, free something else.
A free donut at Krispy Kreme or something. Well, yeah. I mean, you get that anyway, still with your COVID card, your vaccine card.
Oh, that's right.
I still have yet to get one, by the way. I still have yet to go because the Krispy Kreme here in Denver is so freaking far away that it'd be like an hour and a half round trip to get a donut. And there are closer places with better donuts, in my opinion.
Is that location still like unworldly busy the way it, because ours are just packed still. Like the drive-ups
Still?
are
Really?
horrible.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
they're horrible.
Not to my knowledge, but again, I don't. It's not an area that I go by very often, and when I do drive by there, it's usually like late at night, right? We're coming back from visiting my uncle who lives down in that area, or we just went to IKEA and picked up a new bookcase or something.
Yeah.
This, by the way, did not come from IKEA. It's got it from Wayfair, and boy, you get what you pay for with Wayfair. Let me just say that.
I don't know who Wayfair is. Tell me more about this.
It's
Wayfair.
an online. It's like house goods. It's the Amazon of house goods, but stuff is relatively inexpensive. And I found out when I was putting in one of the smaller bits of shelves that, boy, if you don't have the screw pointed the right way, it breaks off a piece of that particle board that your entire bookcase is made out of. So.
Oh no! Oh, that's the worst. That stuff when that happens.
Yes.
Then you gotta hide
exactly.
it, or
It just
hope no one sees
pops
it.
right off, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
piece of crap.
Break me off a piece of that particle board.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? I didn't pay a lot for it, and I got what I paid for.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Sometimes you just need what the dollars translated to, and that's what you got.
So right, exactly. So anyway, the Krispy Kreme down there, I don't think it's as busy as it was when it started, right? When people were camping out overnight to get the first box when they opened up and stuff like that. But I'd be curious to see what the In-N-Outs are like here now that we've had them for a few months.
Depends on. I bet it depends on when you go. You go around lunch, and it's insane again.
I'll bet it's insane around then. But if you go at 2 or something, have a late lunch, then I'm sure it's a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And the fries do suck, Sam Jane. You're right.
Yeah, they kind of do. It's give me Freddy's. 10 out of 10 times I'll take Freddy's over In-N-Out.
Now you're making me want to go to Freddy's.
Wow, I do this every day. I don't think it's me, Scott.
I think it might be me.
You want to go to Freddy's, and just like Van, you want to blame it on somebody else.
That's right. Somebody else's fault for my appetite today, and I'm blaming it on Brian. Well, anyway, happy birthday to her. She's doing good. She didn't catch this thing, so lucky her.
Good.
I don't know how she avoided it, but
does she sequester you? Like when you get sick, does she, cut off all physical interaction and
no,
basically throw you into a rocking chair on the side? And
once we knew it wasn't COVID, it's fine. She's like, well, I'm getting it or I'm not, is her attitude, and so no, there was none of that. He stayed over. So I caught it from him the week my back was bad. No, what day was that? Tuesday of last week.
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays when I started feeling awful. And then he stayed overnight on Friday, Saturday? Can't remember. No, yesterday. No, we had him yesterday. That means it was the night before. Saturday night. He stayed over. And he stayed just like, a foot away from me on a mattress. And his blankets and everything. And I'm now sick as a dog and coughing and worried I'm keeping him up all night. And he's just sleeping like a baby.
Of course.
No problem. Yeah. It didn't even happen to him.
Yeah.
The little weenie. But it was still fun. And he woke up at 2. This is great. He wakes up at 2 o'clock in the morning. He's not the kind of kid that wakes up very much, and he never cries. So he wakes up, and he's just kind of bumping around the room. And he's going, and I'm awake, and I'm kind of looking at him just to see what's going to happen. And he's talking to himself, and he starts singing, "This is Halloween. This is Halloween." And then he starts.
Okay, all right.
And then he starts singing the other song. What's this? What's this? There's music in the air.
Yeah.
So I got this little Danny Elfman kid walking around the room, and then at one point, I'm about to get up and go, "Okay, buddy, you gotta go back to sleep," or whatever. Right when I'm about to do that, he looks over at his bed, points at his pillow, and then wanders over there, hops back in, pulls a blanket over himself, falls right asleep again. And I didn't know if that meant, was all of that a sleepwalk? Was he...
Right, exactly. Was he dreaming The Nightmare Before Christmas? Or was
He loves that movie, so I'm not surprised he's singing it, but I don't know if he was awake now that I think about it. But anyway,
cool.
It was fun to have him over, but I was sick as a pig. I'm so grumpy when I'm sick, dude. You couldn't live with me. I don't know how Kim does it, honestly. I'm the biggest piece of shit when I'm sick.
When you're sick, does she treat you better than she treats the neighbors when they're sick? Like, the Petersons across the street had their mailbox broken off in the middle of the night by a guy with a baseball bat. I'm taking them a casserole and 2 cakes.
Yeah, for me, it's like, there's stuff in the fridge. I gotta go. It's like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. I left you out some eggs and tortillas.
Totally. And
A hot dog and a...
And Carter's right. She's in the chat room. I'll admit it. She says I'm a drama queen when I'm sick. I agree. I'm a total drama. I just get really grouchy. It feels like everything sucks. I get mad. I don't know if that's a dude thing, if it's just a me thing, if it's just I don't know what it is. But also it's been since I think early 2019 that I had any kind of cold or anything. So outside the back thing, I mean, I don't count that as an illness. So,
no, of course.
So to have this happen after all of that time where, obviously being careful, wearing masks, going everywhere and stuff made it so we didn't catch the regular things either. And then, so this thing's just hit me like a truck, and it's been a while since I was so cranky and sick. So it was time to let all that out, They,
they're saying that when all this is over, we'll probably still have 2 things. When the pandemic, when we run out of Greek letters and therefore the pandemic is over, there'll be 2 things that remain: QR codes, which is amazing. The QR codes on their last dangling string of life, and then all of a sudden, because it's like every menu, every restaurant you go to, QR codes and masks will be the things that we'll still have remnants of. I don't mind. I mean, masks will probably just be, it'll go to what respectful people in Japan and other places do, where when you're sick, you wear a mask.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got to go out to Walgreens and get some Sudafed. Well, I'm going to mask up because I don't want anybody else to get sick.
That'd be good. I think that would not hurt our society for people who are feeling a little under the weather. Wear a mask that day. It's okay.
Exactly.
No big
Be
deal.
respectful of other people.
Also, keep that Omicron business in Africa or wherever it is. I don't want the new
late.
variant. No.
Too late. It's already here.
No.
It's already here.
No. Where is it anyway? Can maybe Delta and Omicron can have like a showdown, slapdown fight and kill each other, and with no people involved? That'd be great.
I mean, what do we got after that? Like Phi, Chi, Psi, Omega, Beta, Tau.
They
Sigma.
skipped over 2 of them, and I don't know why. What were the 2? Nu and G or Z or XI, whatever that is.
Yeah. Well, they're skipping that one, right? Because they don't want new COVID, like COVID new. Oh no, it's like Coke. No, I want original flavor COVID, not new COVID. And then
I thought maybe the XI was 2 because it sounds like what's his name?
11.
No, the Chinese emperor guy, not emperor, whatever he is. Who's in charge of China right now?
Well, you're close because it's a very common last name, and they don't want to have like COVID Xi. It's like a billion people in China have that as a last name, and
yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. And Bobby Franks, you're absolutely right. I think that you'll have a handful of people that mask up when they're feeling sick, but I think for the most part, once people don't have to wear masks, we'll go back to barely wearing masks.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody I talked to the other day who claimed to be an epidemiologist who sent me a DM on Twitter. I don't have any way to verify this, but he's probably listening right now. So I'm not questioning your credentials. I just don't know because it was a DM on Twitter. So I don't know.
You're an epidemiologist.
Yeah, he says people need to quit thinking this is ever going away. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, that's how this stuff works. It will hang around, and the idea is you get enough people either exposed / immune to it / immunized against it, that you reduce the death rate by a large amount. Better therapeutics come along that actually help when people have it, which is happening now, I guess, that Pfizer's got something that's like a good therapeutic drug to use while you have COVID. I don't know how that's looking, but and we'll talk about maybe some of this tomorrow with Bobby, or with somebody who actually knows what he's talking about. But the point is, this guy says,
always a plus.
He says there's no world without COVID moving forward, just like there's no world without some form of H1N1 or it's just that this is so virulent and so out there that you can't, that it's much more prominent. But, you know, we haven't eradicated, what was the example he used? Oh, Ebola. He says we haven't eradicated Ebola. We just contained it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And so
you're totally right.
So his whole thing was like, this thing mutates too fast. We just need to get used to that idea and quit pretending there's some edge to it, and, you know, thinking it's going to go away. But we'll whatever, man. I'm done being negative, Brian. I've been sick all week. I've been irritated as shit. I didn't sell my turnips for very much. That was bad. So
didn't sell. Oh, your turnips. You told me you weren't going to do the turnip market anymore.
I know. And here's what happened. Last Sunday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get into that turnip market again.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in with those turnips.
Yeah. So there's that. Hey, I think we found a new third eagle. I found a new third eagle.
All right.
Yeah. I want you to hear this. I heard this and I went, oh, Brian's got to hear this. So I'm not saying I'm going to follow this lady. I'm not going to probably ever do anything with her again. But I wanted to play this clip because it freaked me out. So here it is. The new third eagle aiming for the throne. Enjoy her story.
After Derek and I got married, one night, this other Derek appears in our bed. The real Derek is lying down next to me. Other Derek sits right up out of him. It startled me. I knew that was not Derek. And so I asked this critter, "Who are you?" Because he clearly wanted to have sexual relations. And he said, "Come on, I'm your husband." I said, "Who are you?" And he had the nerve to claim to be Ahasuerus, Xerxes. Well, other Derek seriously wanted to invite me to use my free will to do something that was going to pull me away from God. So this last time, I knew he was really desperate. And I asked him again, "Who are you?" He told me the same answer, and I said, "I am not going with you." This was an internal dialogue. Finally, I said, "I've had enough." In my mind, I reached up. I grabbed his face, and I said, "You are a liar, and Jesus is real." And I pulled that face off, and beneath it was a reptile. And he had little creatures with him this time. He brought these little halfling creatures, and they looked like, I don't know, gargoyles. They were very reptilian as well. So beneath that face of Derek was a reptilian serpentine creature, probably similar to what was visiting the Anasazi.
Wow. Well, the Bible says...
And then that guy goes down like, I love how that dude's like, well, you know, and then now let's quickly justify this weird-ass story you just told.
Which of these co-hosts was clearly not paying attention to what she was saying and was daydreaming about what he needs to pick up from Walgreens?
Well, anyway.
Oh, she's done? Wow. All right, well, anyway, moving on.
Uh-huh. What that tells me is her and Derek have an interesting relationship. That's what that tells me.
Does Derek walk around with a martini glass with just a single lemon inside it? Or
if
a
not,
whole bunch of M&Ms?
If not, he should.
He should.
I pictured Derek as this Derek in this story. I picture it as weirdly. Okay, did you watch Hawkeye, the first two episodes?
Hawkeye, not Hawkeye? Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yes, because
you did. Okay.
Of course I come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, duh. Of course you did.
Who are you talking to?
So I did too. And
you never have to worry about me watching a Marvel thing.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what I'm thinking. What was I thinking? But yeah, that show, Kate Bishop's new stepfather in the first two episodes, Armando or whatever the hell his name is. That's what I picture when I think of this Derek guy for some reason. Just
slimy,
smarmy bastard, you know?
Smarmy bastard, yes.
Yeah.
Was that guy? I know I recognized him. I didn't look it up on IMDb to see if.
I didn't either. I meant to.
Yeah,
I meant to. Maybe I'll do it real quick. Hold on.
Because he looked really familiar.
You know, I gotta say, real quick here about Hawkeye.
Sure, sure.
I'm not going to give any spoilers or full reviews or anything, but I wanted to say something about the.
Scott says, I plan to watch at least 5 episodes.
I'm watching the whole damn thing. Gonna watch it Kim and I are committed. We're watching every Wednesday. So here's my thing with that show. First of all, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I think that Haley Steinfeld is the future of acting. Anyway,
absolutely,
she's awesome.
It's got a great sense of humor too.
Yeah, she's awesome. Sure. I've always liked her. She's really good in this. Anyway, what I liked about it the most, I think, was they used all that Matt Fraction looking intro stuff.
Right. Yeah.
That is so cool. That style. I love it
so
much.
Cool. And you see him even listed as one of the writers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously they're pulling Pizza Dog came from the Matt Fraction stuff, and there'll probably be some other elements that came from that series.
Yeah, he's got. I see him in the credits. I think he may just be associate. I don't know, some kind of producer role.
It could just be, based on maybe based on characters from the Matt Fraction created meeting Pizza Dog.
Yeah, he's awesome though. He's real good.
He is.
As far as Thanksgiving went, other than the head cold and all that crap, it was fine. We didn't do. I'd already talked about it. We already had a big Thanksgiving with the family. And so it was just me, Kim, and Carter on the day of because everyone else had other places.
Deal.
Yeah, so we did steak and crab legs.
That's cool.
It was good. And if you're all sitting there going, crab, where do you get that in Utah? It's frozen. It comes in. We get it. Okay, we get it. It's fine.
Somebody really? Nobody's gonna ask that. Like
I get that
every
every time.
Grocery stores work.
Every time I bring up that I have anything to do with any kind of like seafood. Somebody usually
how fresh is that gonna be?
Usually social media, Facebook, Twitter or something, sometimes the show, sometimes emails. But somebody always has to say, Utah known for their fresh seafood. I'm like, dude, does anyone live anywhere that you understand how you can get this stuff?
Sure, and it's not pulled directly out of the ocean and dropped on a plate. That's fine. Yeah, it's not gonna be as fresh as on the coasts and that sort of thing, but surprise, a lot of the stuff you guys eat on the coasts isn't pulled fresh out of the water. It's frozen and then given to you later on, unless you're going to some place that like specifically catches and serves their food.
Yeah, and charges you a lot of money.
A lot of Monday.
Welcome
to I don't know. Spider Monday. But did you get your did you get your Spider-Man tickets on Spider Monday stuff?
No, I didn't bother with it. It's fine.
I know you're not into theaters yet.
I'm probably not doing the theater thing for that thing, but did you get some seats? Did you acquire
I did,
them?
barely.
Yeah?
Like I think I got seats that somebody else got rid of when they found better seats.
Oh.
I got on this morning and AMC Prime totally filled up. AMC IMAX totally filled up. So I'm like, well, we'll do Dolby. Dolby it was great. It was like a set of 4 seats altogether.
Yeah.
I grabbed the 2 in the middle. So I'm hoping that means that, we're going to see if we're going to get somebody on either side of us. But when we've done this in the past, we've been pretty lucky. If we leave 2 seats, we get somebody next to us.
Oh.
That if we leave 1 seat between us and the next people, we usually don't.
Right, gotcha. No, that's cool.
This is a big enough movie that you're probably going to get some people who go solo. Or
did you say it was an IMAX theater or no?
This is not. We're just doing a Dolby.
So when somebody does IMAX now, does that mean the movie was filmed in IMAX, or does it mean that they just are showing it?
It means that they're showing it on IMAX screen. But Eternals was filmed in IMAX. We saw that on IMAX. We saw. What else did we see recently that was filmed for IMAX? Ghostbusters Afterlife was.
Okay.
Was that one? Wait, maybe that one. No, that one definitely.
Oh, it was Dune. Dune definitely was. Yeah.
Dune, but we didn't see in the theaters. We saw that here.
But do they do? I mean, but
we saw that here on I'm In. the IBIT minimum giant screen projection screen DLP projector.
That's great. Your last name works in a lot of acronyms. There's a lot of eyes.
It totally
out there.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but hold on. So, when you do that, I guess I don't understand the IMAX process. When a director or a filmmaker or director of photography or whatever, they're out there filming, do they have like 2 different kind of cameras all pointing at the same shit? Or is it just filmed in IMAX and that can convert to other stuff better?
I'm guessing that it's filmed in IMAX and then they really work on the editing to make sure that when they trim it down for standard screen orientation, it's not cutting out a pothole, for example.
Yeah. Okay. To use
Because
a
it's
Seinfeld
not
example,
IMAX isn't 16:9 with what is it? It's like
it's taller,
Pops
right?
and Recline describes it. Wider aspect ratio and film crop to other sizes.
Right, but in the case of IMAX, it's higher than wider, or it's both maybe.
Right.
I don't know what the ratio is. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shows what I know. I know nothing.
Got our tickets on Spider Monday here.
Spider Monday. Catch it. All right.
That's right.
We're gonna move on to Battle Royale. Don't worry though, we have lots more to discuss today. Since there's no Steven, things are going to be a little weird. We're going to do news at a time. We don't normally do news.
We're changing everything up today.
Yeah, it's all swapperino.
Maybe even throwing in a call now if there's people.
Yeah, we'll see if there's time. Depends, I guess, how things go. But let's get into the Battle Royale mood and do our own version of that, which is called Babble Royale. Kind of a Squid Game of morning show ideas.
That's right. Yes, you'll get pulled off of a tug of war perch. As part of this, one of you will.
That's my understanding. And as we do that, I have to push buttons. So here's button number 1. That signals the entry of one man. That man being Brian Dunaway from South Carolina, comes on Mondays and Wednesdays, plays this game with us, and we love having him here. Brian, welcome back to the show.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Oh boy, did we miss you? We haven't talked to you since
I know the week before last, or a long time ago.
Oh shit! In all my illness, I forgot to post Film Sack yesterday. Gosh dang it!
Oh no!
I'll put it up today, everybody. Don't worry, Film Sack.
Or watch along. Hopefully you didn't watch along without us.
Yeah, I don't think they knew about it. My bad. I'll fix that. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, it's been a bit, dude.
Hey, speaking of which, there's a 5% chance that a Christmas gift that needs a signature will arrive during this. So there's almost 100% chance it'll arrive while we're doing this.
Oh, I see. just your luck.
If there's even the slightest possibility that it could arrive during this, it will absolutely arrive during this.
I've got something.
Odds are 1
too.
to 1.
I wonder if mine is scheduled. Similar oh man,
welcome to holiday time. It's like I gotta be there to get this.
Can't you just leave a post-it on the door that says "Here's my signature"?
I can. You can do like a little hanger thing.
You can print out a thing from the website. Well, depending on who it is, FedEx. I think you can print out a thing from their website, sign it, and stick it on the door.
And I've done that before, but then they end up going to the wrong door. Something weird happens. I've done that before at one time, and it did not go as planned, and I had to go drive like 30 minutes to pick it up. I was shooting birds the whole way. Stupid FedEx.
Yeah. This thing doesn't get here till arriving today sometime before 10 p.m. Whatever.
Oh, that's good. Well,
they
it's
do
that
it. They're
time of
doing better.
year. We, there are delivery drivers who listen to this show, and by golly, thank you for everything that you guys do and have to put up with.
It's tough coordinating. I'll be on your street at a certain time. That's tough to do.
Yeah. They're making the hard calls and the hard falls for us each and every day. Speaking of hard falls, let's see if we can make Brian take a hard fall today in our contest. Hey, Brian Ibbett, tell us about today's Battle Royale.
Sure, we're playing the Morning Squirm. This is our back and forth trivia game where players will match wits on topics that BuzzFeed might make you throw up about. Scott and Brian will take turns answering multiple choice trivia questions, and if they get it wrong, the other player gets a point. The player with the most points after 5 questions wins the prize for their contestants. And we're not pulling contestants from you schmucks that are listening live. No, we're talking about people who are outside of the live audience who sent in a request to say, hey, I want to play. There's actually a form called Hey, I Want to Play. Scott, you're going to be playing for Alan Morrison of Halifax, Nova Scotia. And Brian, you're going to be playing for Nuana from Holstebro, Denmark. Holstebro, Denmark.
If break it down into smaller chunks, it'll sound right.
That's
Holstebro,
yo.
Using that Sesame Street knowledge you got.
Yeah.
On how to pronounce things.
That's right, exactly. So, but playing for a couple people outside the U.S. today, which is really, really cool. Prizes today. First place will get X-Morph Defense and Aegis Defenders. So there'll be a lot of defending going on for our first place winner. Our second place winner gets Desert Child. Not Dessert Child, but Desert Child.
Ah, good.
Oh, yeah, take a double look.
That's right, yes.
You think you know, so yeah, double look.
I'm down here. Those
And
are
if you
all
know,
good,
now you know.
good quality games. And also, Brian Dunaway, I think you were referring to the electric company teaching us how to break words up. I think that's what you meant.
No,
right?
no, both. Sesame Street also did the electric, the typewriter that come out, and he would.
Oh yeah, noon. That guy, yeah, he used to
Yeah.
freaking leave a mark on me. That character, I don't know what. He was always getting hosed in the worst way. It was like bad. Him and the 5 chocolate cakes guy. They were always a mess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So wait, are you talking, Brian? You're talking about Scott? You're talking about the electric company 2 silhouette faces.
Yeah.
One of which was almost always Rita Moreno.
Yeah.
He got winner Rita Moreno.
The other one was always Morgan Freeman as
Yeah, it was
Spider-Man.
almost Morgan Freeman all the time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they were
Those were
doing
the good
compound
days.
words. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were raised right.
Anal Fisher.
Anal Fisher.
Yeah.
Anal fissure. Anal fissure.
All right, let's get to the morning squirm. I think, Brian, you started last time. Scott, you're going to be starting this time.
Okay.
And again, as it goes, I'll give you multiple choice. If you get it wrong, then the other player gets a point.
Okay.
In 2006, Scott, a team of scientific researchers completely screwed up and accidentally killed Ming, the world's oldest clam. Ironically, they were trying to figure out Ming's age. The mollusk was believed to be, was it, 143 years old, 234 years old, 507 years old, or 600 years old. The world's oldest mollusk that was killed by science.
That's awful that we killed it.
Yeah.
Good news, we can tell how old you are.
Yeah.
Bad news, you're dead.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're supposed to cut it in half and count the rings. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
All right. The third. Give me what was the third one?
Third one, 507 years
Let's
old.
do that one. 507.
Is the answer 507 years old? Yes, it is. Good job.
Yes.
Always go with answer 3. Apparently.
Was he like named after Ming, the merciless?
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
What a
yes.
great name for a freaking clam. What do you want to
Ming
name
the
him?
clam.
Ming. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get any data on how he killed him?
No,
Okay.
just
look it up
that
later.
they were trying to determine Ming's age. But
Chowder.
that would be interesting.
Like
I'd be
Chowder.
curious to know that too. Well, let's find his little heart.
It was death by chowder. Come on now. That's how you kill a
That's right,
clam.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you get question number 2 here. In 1871, an Ohio lawyer accidentally shot himself and died while demonstrating this in court. A, the incorrect way to load a gun. B, how a defendant could have hypothetically shot himself. C, how the safety on the gun works. Or D, how it's nearly impossible to shoot yourself.
Oh my God.
Did this really happen?
This really happened.
Oh.
1871, an Ohio lawyer.
Wow. That's great.
I wanted to be D, even though I'm not entirely convinced, but I want it to be D.
You want it to be? Is that what your guess is going to be?
That's what I'm going. Yeah,
I also want
that's
it
what
to
I'm
be
going.
that.
I'm going with the heart today. Instead of going with facts, I'm just going with what the heart.
All right. Is it answer D? No, it is not. Scott gets the point. The remaining choices, Scott, are the incorrect way to load a gun, how a defendant could have hypothetically shot himself, or C, how the safety on a gun works.
Did they have safeties in the 1800s? I don't know if they did.
It was all theoretical at that point.
Well, I mean, they had, people were trained how to use a gun, but I don't think there was safety on the gun. They all sound kind of possible to me. Let's go with shit. That safety thing's throwing me, but that one sounds right. I'm going to say C.
Is the answer how the safety on a gun works? It is not. He was demonstrating how the defendant could have hypothetically shot himself.
Oh my gosh, dude. Really? Was
See,
he
totally
defending?
possible.
So was
See?
he the defender in this case or the prosecutor?
It doesn't say. It just says an Ohio lawyer. So there's some more research that needs to be done on this one too. There's more to the story.
Wow.
Page
Dive.
2.
Page 2. All right.
Speaking of death, Brian, this one comes. Oh no, this is Scott's question.
Yep.
Scott, human life is fleeting, but could always be worse. Take dragonflies, for example. A dragonfly typically only lives for A, 24 hours, B, 24 days, C, 6 weeks, or D, 6 months.
Well, I know regular.
How long does a dragonfly live?
Only regular flies only live a day. I know that.
Isn't that
So-
BS?
Mayflies only live.
I'm gonna say yeah. I
for a
think
day.
that's BS.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think a housefly lives for longer than that.
Oh, do they?
I think so.
at least
Oh,
a
man.
week. I've chased them
I'm gonna
around
look that up while you're thinking.
since
made
last Monday.
I made a whole
'Cause I-
comic strip about flies living only a day. Now I don't know if any of it's
Yeah,
accurate.
housefly lives for 28 days, but the mayfly is the one that lives for like a day.
So just long enough for them to rehab. Sweet.
Yeah, it's
Right.
long enough to
Get sober.
rehab. Yeah, I said no. All right, let's say. Damn. Wait, you said regular housefly is 28? You just said that?
Regular housefly is 28 days. Yeah,
Well, I'm not doing that one then.
28 days later.
Well, and give me C one more time.
C is 6 weeks.
Let's do that. 6 weeks of.
Oh,
Can I,
you're
can, I
going with
Google,
the-
can I Google search it first? Can I?
You cannot.
Gee.
You're going with the C. You're going with answer 3 again because you learned
Yeah.
from the first one that when you're given a range, you go for the third one.
Yeah.
In this case, it is not 6 weeks.
Oh,
Damn it.
Brian, the remaining choices are 24 hours, 24 days, or 6 months.
they don't make it no 6 months. So 24 days. Is that what God didn't say? Right.
24 days is the
24
second
days.
choice. Yeah,
That's the one I'm
And
going with. 24 days.
Okay. All right. Was it 24 days? It is not. The answer is 6 months.
Really?
6
Yeah.
months.
Dragonfly lives for 6 months. Doesn't seem so bad when you hear the 24 hours thing, but
Yeah.
still 6 months.
And Animal Crossing, they live forever.
That's right.
It's
They
just
do.
in perpetuity.
I
You
keep
can
one in a case inside my bedroom.
Yeah, or in your pocket. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. That thing will live forever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right.
Brian, this one goes to you. Oh, dear Lord. All right. The record distance for squirting milk from a body part is 9 feet 2 inches. Who holds that record, and where was the milk shot from? Is it
Okay.
A, a Vermont woman from her nipple,
Oh.
B,
Ah.
an English woman from her nose,
Ugh.
C, a Russian gentleman from his anus, or D, a Turkish man from his eye?
I would like to request a rebuttal on whether that man's a gentleman from his anus. But
Right.
I think that's the wrong description for a guy that shoots milk out of his mouth.
I say, do you have the time? Hold on, let me squirt some milk from my anus.
Okay, now. Yeah, like how is that a gentleman? Anyway, go ahead, Brian.
Right.
Would you
Actually,
like me to draw you a map?
I think I know this one. I don't know if I've seen it on Ripley's Believe It or Not or something, but I definitely remember a guy from India shooting milk out of his eye like a really long distance. If he wasn't a record holder, I would be shocked.
You'll drink this milk.
Right. They shoot it from like they like shoot it from like the tear duct, I think.
I remember
Okay.
seeing that too.
All right.
You'd swallow it and then you could get it up through his sinus or something, right? Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. That's when you're going with? You're not going with the Vermont woman who clearly works for Ben and Jerry's?
Oh God, no.
All right. You're saying D, a Turkish man from his eye. You are absolutely correct. Yeah.
Wow.
9 feet 2 inches from this guy's eye to where the milk extended.
Yeah.
So well done.
I have a recorded version of it. Listen to the sound
Oh,
that
good.
it made. Here's how it went. Yeah, that was
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
You know,
Excellent, yep.
any annoying
I think that
thing
was the
you can-
Russian gentleman from his anus, actually.
You know, anything that you win a world's record out of, you know, if you can annoy people with it, you know he's done it. You know he's been shooting people across the room
Right. Lunchroom. This guy's in the
Yeah.
food court firing off.
and then pretending like he didn't do it.
That wasn't me. I'm just sitting here eating my Sbarro. I don't know what you're looking at.
Russian Sbarro.
Russian Sbarro. All right,
Yeah.
Scott. Final question, and it's 2-2. So this decides it right here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't piss off a skunk that's hanging around your backyard. If it decides to aim and fire, it'll be impossible to outrun. A skunk can shoot liquid from its anal glands at a distance of up to. You see, I sense a theme today.
I was trying to figure out the theme. The first couple of ones were one thing, and now we've gotten
Yeah.
into projectiles.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Penises.
Completely unplanned. I'm going to put these in order: 6 feet, 15 feet, 18 feet, 32 feet.
Ooh. Ooh, that's tough.
Well, if there's
6,
no getting
15,
away,
18, and 32.
if there's no getting away, then it seems like the longest is going to be the 1. Jeez. Let's do 32.
32.
Yeah.
Is 32 the correct answer, and will that give the win to Nova Scotia? It does not.
Damn it!
Congratulations to Nuana in Holstebro, Denmark. Brian, your remaining choices are 6 feet, 15 feet, 18 feet.
I'm going 18 feet. It just feels right.
It is not 18 feet. It's 15
Oh,
feet.
15.
Close.
15.
Yeah. 15 feet still be hard to outrun if he turns around to shoot you. You're not getting 15 feet fast enough.
Is that an average? Like different skunks?
Yeah, it's got to be
okay.
it's got to be an average because
I just wondered if
Because I know some skunks that can't get it past 7 feet.
it might even be an up to. It could be an up to, but the way it's written,
Yeah.
it says
That's some research I didn't want to find out. I wouldn't want to know.
I follow a TikToker who has a skunk as a pet. And
I was gonna say, I follow a skunk on TikTok.
yeah,
and,
well, I kind of do, I guess, because that's
he's
mostly what's
though,
on there.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. They act like he could fire any time, but they've got him so cool and chill that he doesn't. But I question
that'll be even more fun.
Yeah, I question if that's true or not. It's almost like getting a cat and declawing it. Like they take the little
because you take away his natural
his
defenses.
ability to defend himself.
yeah. So what happens then? He still has the instincts. You just turn around and go. Like just a little fart.
Right, it's just a dud. It's blanks.
Yeah.
It's firing
I
blanks.
don't know what that is. All right. Well, anyway, for those wondering where this came from, that's a guy spitting tobacco in a western we just saw. Oh no, the second Zorro sequel or the Zorro sequel.
Oh right, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
It's just a guy spitting in the dirt. All right, you're all
the
picturing
sound of Spider-Man's new web shooters
Yeah,
in Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's why
No
he
Way
can't
Home
get
now.
home. He can't get home because he can't get a web shooter to work. Gross. Yeah, it's a gross sound, and that's why I captured it. Anyway, well done. I feel very happy for our winner. This is great.
Yeah.
Good job. We still have a winner though. Either way, you get a thing.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. So well done, Alan. No, wait. Who got? Sorry.
Nuana from Holstebro.
Alan, sorry we didn't do as
sounds
well.
like Alan.
Yeah, you'll still get a good game though out of this deal. And
here's to good times.
It's always fun.
It's kind of special. That's what I think of when I hear Holstebro.
Hanging out with Dunaway is worth all of it anyway. So
let it be Holstebro.
I don't know what that song is. Hey,
that's Lowenbrow.
Oh,
the Lowenbrow. Here's to good times. Tonight is kind of special. The beer will pour. Must say something more somehow.
Wow.
I knew I was getting trivia. I didn't know I was getting the song.
Yeah. Do you know you're getting dinner and a show? Did you know that?
I know.
Yeah,
ask your parents' weird brother who was born in the 50s.
Yeah,
that
no kidding. All right, well done, everybody. Hey, Dunaway, later today, Brian Dunaway and I are going to be doing an episode of The Boop Show where we cover indie games, and I'm very excited about it because it's fun and a good time, and that's today at 3:30 Mountain Time. You should be there live at frogpants.tv or get the podcast later. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Brian Dunaway?
Yeah, man. Tomorrow night I'll be playing Graveyard Keeper again. Me and Kit London. We're getting near the end. We've got zombies doing work, so
How long you
once
been
you get
at
to that point, how
been,
much further can you go?
Is it 2 years? How long you been playing that stream?
I've played it by myself for a while before Kit came in. It was around February of this past year, so it seems like years, but no.
Okay.
It's just been this year. So
you guys have been working hard. Well,
we're working hard.
Done.
Taking care of them graves.
Have a good one, and I will see you today at 3:30 Mountain Time. Kiss our butts.
Do it.
Bye. All right. Brian's out of here. Now, I present to you a moment of respite as we take a break and play a song that Brian brought with him. It's probably an indie in the middle, is my guess, but who knows? Let's find out. Hey, Brian, what do you got?
I know. How long has it been? I can't remember how these things work. We're going for some dream pop for the middle of the show here. If you like Adele, but find Adele just to be a little bit too much, Tina and I listened to her new album, and it's okay. It's a little too much. It's almost too Adele. But if you like your Adele light, not as intense, I guess. Your Anyway, then you're going to probably like Georgia Lines. She has revealed unveiled a brand new single today. Dreamy atmospheric strings which float over a chilled groove. This is a brand new song called I Got You. Here is Georgia Lines.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Mmm, delicious. It is meatier.
Your signature is the key to your subconscious mind.
It's the world of tomorrow today. This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Remind us what that song was once again.
Sure. That is a singer named Georgia Lines, not from the U.S., not even from the Atlanta area. No, from New Zealand. Georgia Lines and the brand new song "I Got You." And no, I was trying. The problem was I was tripping over myself not to make an Adele weight joke, especially since Adele lost all that weight. So the last thing I'd want to do is fat shame anybody, and I wouldn't do that. Here's that was Georgia Lines and "I Got You."
Nice. I saw some video with her. I don't know if anyone else heard of this. Maybe it was just me, but there was a video of her on stage. Okay, so how it worked is you didn't know really what was going on. This guy brings his girlfriend into some space, and you're not sure what it is, and she's blindfolded. So it looks like it's set up for some sort of, he's going to ask her to marry him or something. That part is obvious. And they're working their way to the spot in this area, but you can tell they're in a big open air space, but maybe an arena, but you can't really tell if anyone's in there.
Okay.
But then you kind of do hear some of the, like a weird hushed whispering kind of sounds. And you're like, this is weird. Like, what is he doing? He brings her up to the thing in front of the stage, asks her to marry him. She says yes. Oh, no, she takes off her thing first and looks around and realizes, oh, where the hell are we? And she can't see anybody but him, because there's a spotlight on him. But she knows she's in some massive place. And she's kind of starting to freak out a little bit. Anyway, finally asks her. She says yes. And then as soon as she does, the lights come up and like 30,000 people in this auditorium or arena just start cheering and screaming. And then she's just completely like, she looked like this, she was going to have shock. And and then behind him on the stage, out of the dark, walks Adele. And
hello.
Welcome to the just like that. And sang him a song, and she was all freaking out and losing it, and it was crazy. It was she seemed a little pissed. Tally says that in the chat, and she did look a little mad. Like she looked a little bit like,
I mean,
really?
That's a lot of pressure. And I mean, the first thing I thought is exactly what who said it? Sidian said, what if she said no?
Right?
Does Adele just say, nope, you're on your own, buddy?
Yeah. Also,
you're on your own, buddy. I'm not going to sing now.
Why didn't you title that Icor? Icor says, dude, you're getting Adele. That's amazing. That should be a title. What are you doing?
It should be a title. Make that a title.
Yeah, bang A or whatever it is. What did we do? S. Bang S. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move on. Hey, Brian, we're gonna do some. We're gonna seduce some news at this stage of the show. I know that sounds weird. Seduce some news.
And dance by the light of the moon.
Hey, guess what? The news is brought to you by who?
Brought to you by Soundography. Hey, remember last week when I told you about that brand new episode of Soundography that was going to be me and Hammond talking about Metallica? Got posted late. As a matter of fact, got posted today. So if you've been wanting to hear us listen to the entirety of Metallica's catalog and talk about what we think about the evolution of the band, well, now's your chance. Go to soundography.com. You can listen to me and Hammond Chamberlain talk about Hammett. That's where I was going with that. Hammett and Company. And check it out, soundography.com.
Did you guys come to a proper conclusion about how we should feel about load and reloaded? Because I think they hold up better with time than they did at the time.
I did not like Load at all, and I really liked Reloaded. Reload, I think, was my favorite of the Metallica albums, even more so than Garage Inc., which I think is a really good cover album. Yeah. But I really enjoyed Reload.
I did as well, and I feel exactly the same. I still think Load's got problems, And it was like their big comeback, right? It was like their their moment of like, hey, it's the 90s, but here we are. It doesn't matter if there's grunge. We're still Metallica. And then it was not great. But then Reload was, I thought, really good, but nobody liked it at the time. But now, in retrospect, everyone likes Reload. So thanks for confirming my feelings.
That is exactly the way it should be. And don't like those covers because of what they're made from.
There you go.
Urine and blood and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, things we don't want to know about.
Exactly.
Only a Russian gentleman would want to know.
And no, we're not talking about the Matrix sequel. Sorry.
No. Although those movies were quite the load. Those
They were, yes.
It does make me wonder, though. I was thinking after we did that film sack, we didn't really talk about it this way, but if 2 and 3 were one single film, or if these were
far better,
bingeable at the same time or something, I think that would have been better.
Without
not
a doubt.
Great ending,
you take out the whole rave thing, and I think I even said this on that episode of Film Sack. You take out the whole rave thing out of 2, and you keep that great chase scene on the highway, and then you take the final battle against the machines, trim it down to about a third of how long it is against all of the Sentinels, put that at the end of 2, and have one good movie.
Yeah,
that would be the way to do it. Kind of like what people did with the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, how they edited them down to make one good movie.
Yeah,
that's what they should do with the Matrix sequels. Is trim down 2 and 3 and make one good sequel.
Claire, you've never seen a Matrix movie? Oh, you need to watch the first one.
See the first one and then stop there.
Yeah, stop there. Or I mean, look, if you're looking forward to 4, or you want to do the whole sandwich there, then watch the other 2 and then lament that they're not as good as the first one, and then look forward to the 4th coming out in 2-3 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see how 4 is
before we need to see how 4 is. I'm super curious about it. I want it to be good. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Some people like those sequels. I mean, it's fine.
I think Walter or Retlaw7 in the chat room really like the sequels. So.
Oh, Walter. Is his real name Walter Retlaw?
Well, it probably is because it's Walter backwards. So I'm guessing Retlaw7 is Walter.
Oh, that's cool.
He says, "How did you crack my name code?"
You did it.
I don't know.
You mean the first thing you do with a name or with a word to game is you turn it up or you turn it backwards to see what it says?
Yeah, I do. That's Stephanie in the chat room, and we go way back with that whole thing because it's Stephanie backwards and forwards.
I don't know enough Walters in my life.
No.